Today is a great day because it marks the transition from student nurses to fully registered nurses, which means we finally get paid for what we do. It also means no more exams, homework, projects, late night studying, stressing out eating buckets of ice cream. Like I said, today is a great day. You should all be so proud of yourselves. You made it through a difficult 4 years of schooling or more to be where you are now. Everyone in the audience here today probably has some idea of what we've been through. Maybe you're a mother who has had a daughter cry on your shoulder after a rough day at the hospital. Maybe you're a friend who has endured needles, enemas, or other invasive procedures for the sake of our learning. Or maybe you're a Facebook stalker who frequently checks out our statuses. Whatever the relationship, you know a bit about us. Well, I want to take you back and share some experiences of this 4-year journey. Way back in the year 2007, when Paris Hilton went to jail and Britney Spears shaved her head because of a meltdown, we were all entering our first year of nursing. It was an exciting time. We really did not know what we were getting ourselves into, but it felt good to be working towards a degree. Personally, it was tough adjusting to university life, because it meant I couldn't sleep in as often as I used to. I actually had to do my homework and study, unlike high school. And my mom would no longer pack my lunches, which is probably the hardest change. Trying to fit in wasn't necessary for me, because I already knew I didn't. I was one of 6 males in a program of over 100 females. I felt like a boy going to a girls' boarding school. It didn't take long, however, for my classmates to see that I was useful when heavy lifting or violent patients were involved. All of a sudden I had friends. No, just kidding. Everybody was nice from the start. I met so many interesting people, and their stories of why they wanted to be a nurse were fascinating. Soon after, there was the experience of stepping into a care facility for the very first time. All the sights, sounds, smells, unforgettable. And having to talk and provide care to your first actual patient, it was nerve-wracking. There were so many things we just didn't know. I remember one time, on a surgical floor in 2nd year, a patient was recovering from a hip surgery. I came into his room to do his assessment and was alarmed to see his leg on his operated side completely red. I thought he definitely had a rash or some sort of complication. So I brought the clinical instructor into the room to show her. She took one look at the leg, chuckled knowingly, and told me that the redness was just the disinfectant they paint on before the operation. Well, despite our initial lack of knowledge and the uncertainty that comes with being new at something, our skills and confidence grew as the years went on, and we learned more and more about ourselves as nurses. An important thing was that we learned our strengths and weaknesses in the different fields of nursing. For instance, during my 3rd year pop rotation, I discovered I would never be a maternity nurse. I'll be honest with you. Being a male, I felt very uncomfortable assessing a mother's latch and giving her pointers on how to breastfeed. Especially when the father was standing next to me. The mothers usually knew more about how things worked than I did. And the babies were too fragile, and I was always afraid of breaking them. It was a good experience nonetheless, and I feel it added to who I am as a nurse. Now that we have come to the end of a 4-year journey, I would say that nursing is not only a career for us, but is also an identity. Our identity grows each day in every interaction with clients and coworkers. Our personalities and emotions are interconnected with the act of nursing, and we give a lot of ourselves in the workplace. Many days we come home exhausted from all the interactions with people. It's draining being involved in the physical, social, and emotional care of clients and their families. But the satisfaction of caring and helping someone out is a great reward. That is why all of us are here today, to celebrate the fact that we are going to make a difference in the lives of others. So in closing, I want to say a sincere thank you to family, friends, and faculty members that helped us get to where we are today. Fellow graduates, thank you for the privilege of being able to work alongside you in this journey. And when you're in the hospital someday in the future, and an angry patient is trying to strangle you with their IV tubing, remember the words of the great philosopher Byron Katie. When they attack you and you notice that you loved them with all your heart, your work is done.